Welcome back to another episode of the MRP Easy Manufacturing Podcast. In today's episode, we're talking about packaging management, how packaging fits into production workflows, inventory control, and day-to-day operations. We'll talk about the core components of packaging management, why it's important, and how to choose the right solution to handle this crucial process. Let's get started. What is packaging management? Packaging management is the process of managing activities related to a product's packaging throughout its life cycle. This includes everything from deciding on the packaging solution to procuring packaging inventory, managing packaging workflows within production, considering sustainability, etc. Packaging is an integral aspect of production that encompasses supply chain management, inventory, product design, and even marketing. A product's packaging is the first thing the customer will see, so it must remain protected at all times during its journey through the supply chain. A package needs to be designed to consider its whole life cycle. Packaging management involves decision-making about the materials, processes, and data associated with it, as well as meeting regulatory compliance, sustainability goals, cost efficiencies, and customer expectations. In most cases, packaging materials are part of a product's bill of materials, so managing them deserves the same scrutiny as any other material or component. The essential functions of packaging. Packaging has many critical functions for a product. The first is branding and communication. A package conveys product information, usage instructions, and brand identity to the customer. It serves as a key marketing channel that can differentiate products on crowded shelves. For example, smart packaging solutions like QR codes can link customers to digital content to drive engagement and trust. Packages also facilitate easier handling, storage, and usage for both distributors and end customers. Well-thought-out packaging often improves product accessibility and distribution workflows and enhances the overall user experience. Finally, packages play a role in adherence to industry standards, labeling laws and safety regulations, covering aspects like hazard warnings, nutritional information, recycling instructions, or international shipping requirements. Why is effective packaging management important? You might think that what your goods are wrapped in isn't that big of a deal from a business operations point of view. In reality, packaging affects operational efficiency in major ways, from cost control to compliance and inventory management. Let's look at the main benefits. Product integrity. Good packaging keeps products safe and intact. A fragile device may not survive long-haul shipping without shock-absorbing packaging to prevent damage, for example. Protective materials like ESD bags for electronics or barrier films for food preserve quality so that finished goods reach customers in their design condition. That doesn't just boost customer satisfaction and brand quality, it also means fewer returns and less strain for customer service. Manufacturing and inventory management. Thought-through packaging directly affects how smoothly products move through a production line and warehouse. Standardized package sizes simplify stacking, storing, and order picking, thus optimizing space utilization and shortening handling time. Clear labeling and scannable identifiers help prevent mix-ups and make cycle counts faster. Logistics. Packaging affects supply chain efficiency as well. For example, optimizing case counts and pallet patterns helps fit more units per truck while reducing damage risk in transit. Even small changes like switching fillers or moving to flat packs can shave percentages off shipping and storage costs while improving safety. The result is fewer reshipments and better margins. Cost control. Cost efficiency is king in manufacturing, and this includes packaging considerations. Looking at a product's packaging as a core part of its BOM, the material, design, and ergonomics of the package are as much a part of product design as any other. Effective packaging management reduces business expenses at many levels, from sourcing affordable yet durable materials to lowering freight costs through optimizing dimensions. Environmental impact. Few modern businesses can ignore their product's environmental footprint. Sustainable packaging choices like recyclable monomaterials, lighter substrates, or reusable totes help cut waste without compromising protection. Choosing eco-friendly materials or designing with minimal filler helps lower emissions and appeal to eco-conscious buyers, not to mention conformity with sustainable manufacturing regulations. Adherence to regulations. Packaging must comply with various rules like safety labeling, nutritional information, and international shipping standards. Meeting these requirements is usually not optional. Compliant packaging benefits both customers and companies. It protects consumers, ensures smooth cross-border trade, and shields you from fines, recalls, or reputational damage. Core components of packaging management. Let's examine the key processes of packaging management, along with tips on predicting issues, managing workflows, and setting up packaging inventory. Packaging as product design. As noted, a product's packaging plays different roles for many types of consumer products. Thus, it should be considered early in the R&D phase of bringing a new product to market. Decisions here can equally affect appearance, cost, manufacturability, and compliance. Package design directly impacts customer appeal, inventory management, supply chain efficiency, and manufacturing workflows. This means that the design needs to consider the type of market and point of sales, customer profiles, logistical and distribution requirements, and the cost-effectiveness of the whole manufacturing process. For example, a direct-to-consumer modular furniture manufacturer might opt for flat-pack boxes to reduce shipping costs and warehouse space requirements, while also appealing to customers who value easy transport and home assembly. This decision might necessitate redesigning the entire product, but the benefits reverberate on many levels. Packaging workflow optimization. On the production side, packaging workflows should be designed with the same care as any other manufacturing process. Care should be given to decisions like when and how to transport packaging materials to the line, where to store them before use, or the stage in a product's routing where each packaging component is applied. For simple products with simple packages, packaging can be the last step of a product's production process or a simple add-on step before shipping or storage. However, when packaging is part of the BOM, and especially if packing involves many steps, workflow optimization becomes even more important. Optimized workflows keep packaging from becoming a hidden source of waste. For example, combining labeling and boxing into a single station or using barcodes to track packaging steps can significantly cut handling time. Packaging is also an area for continuous improvement, as regular reviews and refinements often reveal cost-saving opportunities, help improve quality control, or minimize rework. Packaging inventory management. Managing packaging supplies is just as important as handling any other raw materials. Boxes, labels, and pallets may not feel like a big deal compared to your final assembly until a shortage halts the shipments and you can't finish production. So treat packaging inventory with the same rigor as any other stock item. If packaging is part of a product's BOM, procurement has to align with production schedules so materials are available at the right time and in the right quantities. That includes deciding how corrugated boxes are delivered, how inserts are stored to avoid damage, or when items should be replenished. Even if packaging isn't part of the BOM and consists of simpler items like tape or filler, your inventory system should still be able to account for usage to prevent frantic last-minute visits to the hardware store. Like with any inventory, proper packaging inventory management frees up warehouse space, cuts carrying costs, and ensures cost-effective operation. So stack your corrugated materials to prevent warping, use dedicated shelves for labels, and implement traceability to stay in the know about stock levels. Tech solutions in packaging management. Technology can play a big role in keeping your packaging workflows under control. Depending on company size and complexity, businesses can use everything from simple spreadsheets to ERP systems. Spreadsheets and manual tracking. The tried and tested approach is to use spreadsheets or even pen and paper to track packaging materials and processes alongside your other manufacturing workflows and inventory. While this may be a viable option for very small businesses with simple needs, it often becomes error-prone and increasingly time-consuming as operations grow. The big issue is that manual project management and tracking lack real-time visibility. They often result in duplicate data entry, input errors, and confusion about order statuses, all of which make it difficult to forecast future needs or understand actual inventory levels. So while manual systems may seem an inexpensive solution at first, they rarely scale well. Barcode inventory systems. A solid step up is using barcode-based inventory tools. Barcodes make it easy to track packaging and other materials in real time, cutting down on mistakes and speeding up warehouse tasks. Handheld scanners or mobile apps connected to a simple barcode inventory system can transform how stock is monitored. Barcode systems are relatively affordable, but while they help with basic traceability and task reporting, they still rely on spreadsheets or dedicated inventory software for more advanced functionalities like production scheduling, recalls, compliance workflows, etc. IoT, RFID, and smart labels. More advanced tracking tools include IoT sensors, RFID tags, or smart labels fitted to packages. These machine-readable solutions allow for automatic identification and tracking throughout the warehouse and shop floor. For example, RFID tags help warehouses equipped with automated scanners to log when pallets enter or leave a warehouse without any manual involvement. Smart packaging opens up a new level of tracking capacity in the packaging process. Sensors can monitor temperature, humidity, or tampering, especially useful in industries like pharmaceuticals or food. These systems improve visibility but come at a significantly higher upfront cost. ERP systems and packaging software. The biggest impact on packaging management comes via integrated ERP systems or inventory software. These systems offer automation of many critical work processes and help streamline packaging within the broader manufacturing and supply chain management. With manufacturing ERPs, packaging materials can be easily included in the BOM, tracked alongside other stock, and tied to production schedules. For most small and medium-sized manufacturers or distributors, a manufacturing ERP or inventory management software offers the best price to functionality ratio. Highly specialized workflows and more complex packaging requirements might further benefit from dedicated packaging management software. ERP tools go far beyond managing packaging workflows. They support cost tracking, compliance documentation, KPI reporting, recalls, quality control, and much more. While the investment is larger, the payoff is company-wide visibility and coordination. Choosing the right packaging management solution. When choosing a solution, companies should weigh their size, industry, requirements, and long-term growth plans. The best option should balance affordability with easy-to-use features and scalability. Assess organizational requirements. Start by analyzing your current processes and bottlenecks. Do you just need better visibility into packaging stock, or do you also need compliance documentation and workflow integration? Define your requirements clearly to narrow the field and prevent overspending. Choose features and scalability. Look for solutions that match your current needs, but also offer meaningful upgrades at feasible price points. For example, if you only require basic tracking today, a simple barcode inventory system may suffice. But after automating that, you might quickly realize the benefit of automated scheduling or version control. Keep in mind how well your selected tool can integrate with a full ERP implementation later. Integration and cost of ownership. A solution is only as good as its fit with the rest of your business. Check whether it integrates with your production, accounting, logistics, or e-commerce tools, and whether it's user-friendly enough for your employees. Finally, always consider the total cost of ownership, not just license fees, but also training, maintenance, and infrastructure costs, tech support, etc. How can manufacturing software enhance packaging management? Manufacturing software takes packaging management to the next level by embedding it into the same system that runs your production, inventory, finances, and supply chain. This means packaging becomes an integrated part of business operations rather than a side task. Manufacturing software lets you treat packaging like any other material in your BOM. This means it gets planned, procured, and tracked automatically as part of production. As a result, shortages are avoided and true product costs are easier to calculate. With manufacturing software, all of your inventory, stock movements, and costs are visible in real time. That means you know exactly how many boxes, labels, or pallets are available and when to reorder. Built-in traceability features also make it easier to manage recalls and conduct stock takes, audits, or compliance checks. Software also ties packaging into your reporting and scheduling workflows. Employees can quickly report quantities and process steps, and managers can identify cost-saving opportunities, improving processes based on real data. Packaging becomes a managed, measurable part of operations, not an afterthought. Modern manufacturing ERPs include packing features as separate functionality that treat packaging as a formal step in production or shipping workflows without workarounds or modding. In MRP Easy, the packing function allows users to register packing operations as a separate step in the production or shipping workflow. You can assign packaging tasks, record the packaging materials used, print packing lists and labels, and ensure that packaging data flows seamlessly into inventory and shipping documents. This provides full visibility and traceability while reducing errors and manual work. That wraps up this episode of the MRP Easy podcast. Thanks for tuning in. For more information, go to mrpeasy.com. See you next time.